Around 1200 BC, the ancient world began to fall, and no one fully knows who struck the final blow. Before the collapse, the Eastern Mediterranean was a network of great powers, rich cities, and royal courts. Egypt, the Hittite Empire, Mycenaean Greece, Cyprus, and Levantine ports were tied together by trade, diplomacy, and war. This Bronze Age world looked powerful, but its strength depended on fragile connections. Palace economies stored grain, moved metals, and controlled labor from the Aegean to the Nile. Tin, copper, luxury goods, and messages crossed the sea constantly, linking distant states into one system. Ships carried the wealth of the age across the Eastern Mediterranean. Their cargoes reveal how international the Bronze Age had become. One disrupted route could damage workshops, armies, and royal treasuries far away. Bronze depended on copper and tin, which meant power depended on supply. Cyprus, rich in copper, became one of the strategic hearts of the system. Prosperity flowed through islands, ports, and merchant routes that seemed permanent. Cities like Ugarit thrived because they sat inside that international web. Their religion, art, and elite culture flourished in an age of exchange. Their tablets remind us that this world was literate, diplomatic, and highly organized. But even prosperous cities began to show signs of danger as insecurity spread across the Levant. One of the great powers under pressure was the Hittite Empire in Anatolia. Its capital at Hattusa symbolized imperial control and fortified strength. Temples, gates, and monuments projected order, authority, and continuity. Yet even powerful states could not escape systemic crisis. By the late 13th and early 12th centuries BC, the old balance was breaking. Armies still marched and chariots still rolled, but warfare was becoming more destructive and less predictable. Texts from the wider region speak of disruption, fear, and failing stability. Across the sea, Mycenaean Greece was also a militarized palace world. Its citadels looked formidable, but they too depended on bureaucracies and fragile elites. The palace system counted goods, managed labor, and recorded obligations in writing. When that system failed, even massive fortifications could not save it. Centers, like Pylos, were destroyed, and much of the Mycenaean world fragmented. Violence, fire, and political breakdown marked the end of many old palaces. Egypt remained the greatest surviving power in the south. Its armies, chariots, and resources still made it formidable. But Egypt was also entering the storm when Ramesses III came to power. This is where the Sea Peoples enter history most vividly. Egyptian reliefs show defeated captives and ships from the battles fought in Ramesses III's reign. Yet the name Sea Peoples can mislead us. It does not describe one nation. It is a modern label for several groups named in Egyptian records, including peoples like the Peleset, Sherden, and Shiglesh. Some may have been raiders, some may have been migrants, some may have been displaced soldiers or mixed coalitions. That uncertainty is why the Sea Peoples remain one of history's great mysteries. What matters is that they appeared during a moment when the whole system was already weakening. The Hittite state collapsed, Ugarit was destroyed. Many coastal cities were attacked or abandoned. In the aftermath, new groups settled in places that had belonged to the old Bronze Age order. The world after the collapse looked poorer, smaller, and more regional. That is why most historians no longer blame a single cause. The collapse was a chain reaction of war, migration, climate stress, famine, and internal crisis. The Sea Peoples may not have destroyed the ancient world alone, but they helped shatter it, and the Bronze Age never returned.